Hello, my Leos. This is the Empress Speaks, coming back to you with not a tarot reading, but some information on this Lionsgate portal. I uploaded a video earlier about it, but there's some channels that I received. And before I get into my notes, let me give you the channel messages. The very first one is that right now, for you Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, it is a very sexually charged time for you. For those of you with Leo in your chart, you may already know and can sense and are feeling some of the effects of this upcoming Lionsgate, especially when it's at its most pivotal moments, sometime around between the 28th and the 8th of August, okay? You have to be careful right now, and I say that because some of you might not even be aware, especially if you're younger, or aware of the type of sexual potency that you're carrying now, the sexual energy that you're drawing and attracting to you, and that's emanating from you. You bringing everybody out the woodworks, old relationships, old people, in terms of individuals who you've been with, who had desire to date you. You know, everybody's wanting to step towards you because that is the energy that you're pulling naturally without doing anything. We have a flirtatious nature, true enough, but you don't even have to flirt. You know, it's kind of like you can catch a fish without a hook and somebody's ready to drink your bath water. You got to be real careful with that energy and not to mistake it for love, because it is indeed lust. It's a lustful energy that you're drawing in just because of the very nature of who you are and your connection to the cosmos. And I'm talking to specifically my child divine Leos. And I happen to be one of them. Our earth angels, you have such an innocence about you and such a youthful appeal about you that you have to be careful with all this type of kinetic energy, sexual energy, that you don't misuse it or you don't get misused during this pivotal moment of the Lionsgate. And I want to say that again for our child divine earth angel Leos, be very careful. There's a lot of sexual energy around you. You are just, oozing it, and it's a beautiful thing. It's different. It is captivating. It is very sensual. It is almost unharnessed. So you have to be careful with that energy and who you allow into that energy, and very deliberate. I'm asking you in your spirit, divine is cautioning you to be very deliberate and intentional with that energy. And for those of you who may need some guidance, there are so many different places you can get guidance. You may have a practitioner that you work with on how to use this energy during this time. Okay, for those who are not familiar, I've got some notes on the Lionsgate portal, and it's basically the power of the Lionsgate lies in the cosmic energy between the stars, the signs, and numbers. But the term itself refers to an annual alignment between the sun in Leo and Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, also known as Alpha Canis Majoris, or the dog star. Our ancient Egyptians venerated Sirius as the personification of the agricultural goddess Sapdet, and associated the star's heliacal rising with the annual flooding of the Nile River and the onset of a new year. Okay, so most of you who have been on my channel a while know that I'm a farmer. I'm a first-generation farmer. My sons and I and my mother, we're from Alabama, and we bought some land out in Granger, Texas, and I've never been a farmer before. My mother grew up around farmland and knows a lot about it. We had some acres in the family years ago, but I have kind of traveled all over the world and lived mostly in executive areas. But around my 45th birthday, I manifested this farmland our home, right down to the pecan trees, the peach trees, the 2 pear trees, and the 2 chicken coops, the pond, and the barn. And I'll share that story and how the power of manifestation and how to work your manifestation with you later. But this kind of explains, my affinity with growing and producing and wanting to teach my family how to do it, and how that love has been picked up by my oldest son. So anyway, that's just a little side note, and I'll share with you all some videos and photos of my journey to Cairo. Okay, so anyway, but that's the significance of it. So, Sirius was venerated through the annual flooding of the Nile River. And once that flooding takes place, you have a lot of agricultural growth and stimulation, okay? Sirius rises while heart forward Leo, the sign of confidence and expression, rules the skies. So if you're dealing with a Leo, masculine or feminine at this time, and this has been coming up in a lot of the tarot readings, this individual is going to want to come towards you, and you all have been seeing it and hearing it, and not just in my readings but in other tarot readings. This masculine wants to come towards you with some information, a love confession, or an offer, and they've been wanting to do it. Now, they very well may develop the confidence during this Lionsgate portal to do it, to leave home, to step out, because this is a time in which they are manifesting and harnessing powers that they don't have, or they usually cannot tap into. So they're going to be using this, especially if they are a practitioner, and some of you are dealing or in relationship or in separation or have a twin flame, or your twin flame is a practitioner, or they know some things about the spiritual and occult world, okay? So be very careful with that. All right. During this time, your mate or you may feel entitled to pleasure and deserving of desire, and ask for what you want without shame, humility, or hesitation. I've known other signs to be emboldened during this time as well. So it's not just the Leo that's sexually emboldened. Could be Libras as well. So definitely check your charts and placement. But this whole Lionsgate portal is having an effect on everyone. But for our Leo specifically, there's definitely some energies that you need to be recognizant of and harness to your benefit. Okay? So during this time, you may be feeling like you're not going to be second guessed or accept second to anyone, because you feel empowered. And the person that you may be with, or your person, may feel the exact same way. So just be mindful of that. Leo tells us during this time to be brave and to be free and to be full. Okay, that's awesome. Many of you are searching for wholeness. Okay, and so that is where you may come back into communication with someone that you've been separated from. Okay, some of you, there's been no communication, you've been separated, and right now there's going to be a quickening, okay, a very quickening during this time, a very fast quickening during this time is what I mean. For the 8 numerology, and you'll see Lionsgate 8. In numerology, the 8 represents or is symbolic of abundance and achievement, and also of karmic debts. And you're going to see a lot of that in the readings, especially in mine. This past few days, there's a lot of karmic debt, a lot of what popped up is trying to avoid karmic debt. Your person or the karmic is trying to avoid the debt, stop a cycle from ending, or something to that effect. 8 is a power number, and it's the union of the material world and the spiritual world, represented by the interlocking circles with the numeral itself. It offers the opportunity for spirit to make the intangible tangible and our intentions are actualities. So manifestation is big here. Okay, manifestation is this is the most powerful time of the year for you Leos. Okay, in astrology also, the 8th house is associated with sex, death, and regeneration. Serious and seriously scorpionic business. Death, sex, and regeneration. So you're going to see a lot of that pop up in the tarot readings. You may see the world card or the world card in reverse or the death card, indicating endings of some relationships, endings of marriages, and regeneration of a past love, passion reignited, rekindling of a flame. So these are some of the things that you will see quite often, this type of scorpionic energy that comes in your readings, and you really need to understand what that's about. The 8th house also speaks to the cyclical nature of life and loss, and also to the unending. And I can't stress that enough. You're going to see a whole lot of reversals pop up in your card readings, because it is that brave, confident, courageous energy that wants to stop something and run in and speak their piece and speak their truth and speak their passion. Okay. And so the number 8 is being a card that you may see upturned, or an upturned infinity symbol. Okay. Consequently, for the ancients, and in keeping with the themes of death and rebirth, the Sirius star disappears every 70 days every year, and it takes approximately 70 days to complete the process of mummification. Oh, I can't wait to share with you all some pictures from Egypt of me inside the Great Pyramid and in the chamber. I actually may post those this evening when I come back from dinner. In tarot, the number 8 also corresponds to the Strength card. It's your card, Leo. It's our card. All right. Which, corresponds to the sign of Leo and features a woman crowned with a symbol for infinity, calmly keeping company with a lion. In this sense, the number 8 relates to the channeling of animal instincts into focused power. Many of you are very intuitive anyway, but you're probably going to pick up on a lot of the emotions and language, dare I say, of animals. I know I'm much more intuitive. I have Nigerian dwarf goats, I have chickens that I fuss with every day, roosters, ducks. My son even has some guineas out there. But I'm able to pick up on their needs intuitively. I notice that he's an opposite sign of me, he's an Aquarius. But you're going to be very intuitive when it comes to just about anything dealing with nature during this time. Okay, and that's because you have the ability to breathe in, through, and around everything in your environment. Okay, especially during this time. Okay. All right. Leo is also during this Lion's Gate is associated with children, creativity, and play, and so the Lion's Gate offers you the opportunity to revisit your inner child. That came up in a lot of my oracle readings, to have fun, play, be playful in your relationship. And so, and also ask for the insight on how to carry and care for each other. So you're going to have to, some of you may be doing some inner child healing of trauma, or even revisiting the joy in the nostalgia of your inner child, of who you once were. So, some advice: to make the most of the moment, begin your day with a meditative practice, prayer, supplication, clearing your mind, allowing the messages from the divine and your spirit guide to be heard, and understanding the power that you possess during this time. Harness it and ensure that it is not used against you. There will be a lot of sex magic and rituals that will be done, a whole lot of abuse of energy. So be careful, not be careful, be familiar with your own energy so that you can determine or ascertain when someone is manipulating your energy or trying to get into your energy in any way, infiltrating your energy, okay? All right, so that is what I have for you today regarding Lionsgate. Definitely be careful to my child divine Leos who are earth angels as well. This is a very vulnerable time and powerful time for you, and I want you to be very successful in your manifestations, but also be very guided when it comes to your own energy. All right, until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join our tribe.